Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm Sunshinery. Make sure to subscribe and like this
It's
video.
not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end, it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is Sunshinery Reactions because Miss Jo has been going on her Instagram lives and spilling a lot of tea and talking a lot about Mr. Schwartz, Schwartz's new girlfriend, and just a whole hell of a lot. I'm going back from April to current, and I have all of the 3, maybe 4 different types of IG lives. We're going to look at them all. We're going to react to them, and I hope you enjoy. Make sure to like this video. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, get subscribed, and make sure your notifications are set to all. All right, let's see what Miss JoJo had to say on April 21st with one of her friends as well.
Did I suck off Schwartz?
Okay, well, they were in a relationship.
Yeah, of course I did. What the fuck is wrong? He was really good at having sex. I don't know why Katie didn't like his dick. He was great. Oh, God.
That's a little awkward. I don't know. Just the way, like, she said it just didn't seem right. And then, of course, she had to add Katie in there. I don't know why Katie didn't like his dick. And why was she touching herself when she was talking about it? I don't know if anyone else noticed that. I don't know. Something just seemed off. What do you guys think?
Why did Kyle Chan say you're a liar? Don't know. No clue. Did you hear Kyle? No, I did not. You're perfect for Tom. Yeah, probably. Checkers, get your...
Does anybody remember what Kyle Chan said about Jo? Why he called her a liar? If you remember, please, please, please let me know down below, because I really can't remember. Oh, but you're perfect for Tom. Sure, I know. Oh, God. It's only going to get worse, guys.
No, I think Katie actually literally has kind of gotten to a place where she's like, oh, Jo isn't the bad person. Or like, like at the reunion, it was like, she apologized. It was like the sweetest thing, but I'm not friends with her. I'm just saying that, like, Schwartz, one big thing happened that made him... We don't know what that one big thing was. We don't know. But I'm also going to let you guys all in on a little secret. Let him go. Let him date. Let him be. I don't want to be, like, we're broken up. It is what it is.
Let him go. Let him be. We're broken up. Like, this is important for later, so remember that. And here she is saying, like, Katie apologized. This is what she thinks Katie has gotten to a point with, that Jo's not wrong. I mean, she might have been there, but after all the things that you keep saying after this video, just a little 411 for what's ahead. Yeah, you should have just stopped right then and there. Boom. But let's just say, there is somebody that's not letting him go. And it's not Katie.
Do you think Schwartz is my other half? Yes, I do. But I think it's going to take some time.
Yeah, you have said that for a long time.
Yeah, I have. And I think that him and I are just kind of like
Well, it's like in due time.
In due time.
WTF? What is mean? Literally, what does that mean, Jo? In due time? So you are insinuating that in due time, you and Schwartz will get back together and have to live happily ever after, like your Cinderella or Snow White or the Little Mermaid or, Mulan or any of these Disney princesses. But wait, didn't you just say let him move on? I don't know, girl. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. That's all I hear in my head.
Are you and Katie good now? We've never, Katie and I have never been friends or anything. I have nothing against Katie. I literally, like, and you know this, like, she was duped just the same way as, you know, I was. So, like,
sure.
we do not need to hate on Katie. Everyone chill out.
Yeah.
Well, I do agree. We don't need to be hitting on Katie at all. So, like, what's going on, Joe? I feel like you just can't get her off your mind, or like always keep comparing her relationship she had with Schwartz to the relationship you had with Schwartz, which are two completely different relationships. They're not the same. The only really thing that is the same is you both got Schwartzed. And even that isn't really the same thing. It's two different things. He did the same thing to both of you, just Katie a lot longer than you, honey.
Would you ever be friends with Kristen again? Nope.
Hard no.
Hard no. No.
Nothing.
Listen, I get Kristen isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it seems like you're just upset that Kristen called it like it was and said that, you know, Jo's a mean girl. Don't let her be fooling you all, because she's a mean girl, and it's clear to see, girl.
No, I don't think I'm ever going to get back together. Maybe in the future, but I'm not really sure. I have met Sophia. She was so sweet. We did like a handshake, and it was like, hi, nice to meet you. Da, 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 da. And then, she seems great.
I mean, I wouldn't consider that really knowing his new girlfriend. I mean, yeah, you did meet her, you said hello, you shook her hand, and went on with life. That's like someone saying, oh, do you know this person? You're like, yeah, I shook their hand one time. It's not the same thing. That's just my opinion. You don't know her. You don't know anything about her. And yet, you will be making assumptions about her in a couple minutes and later on as well. Damn, I spilled more tea.
Has Kristen... No, Kristen has not apologized. And you know that. Ugh. Wait 1 second. I want to show you my Christian... Oh, yes! DM me. Katie might be jealous, but, like, obviously I'm jealous of her eyebrows. So, like, it's like a thing.
She does have good eyebrows.
She's got the best eyebrows. I mean, look at my face. I'm like... You know,
Wait, why does Kristen need to apologize to you? I don't get that one. And you're jealous of Katie's eyebrows? I don't know, that just seems weird to me. It seems like a condescending kind of a statement. Like, you have nothing really nice to say about her, so you're just gonna compliment her eyebrows and that's it? Like, I don't know, girl. That just seems weird to me. You could have said so much more than... you like her eyebrows. Which shit, at least somebody likes somebody else's eyebrows. Usually I get told that, you know, my eyebrows are the ugliest thing alive. They're, you know, cousins, not sisters, and they're too thin for somebody's liking. Guess what? I love my motherfucking eyebrows, and I like them the way they are. If you don't like them, you don't live with them. I do. So, who cares? Apparently people online, though. Oh boy, let's all stop what we're doing and fix my eyebrows.
a little bit like, oh, wait, do you think Schwartz led you on? Yes, 100%. Jo, are you bi by any chance? I'm not bi. I'm strictly dickly. I love a dick. Is that weird to say that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not. I know, I kind of come off as like a little bit lesbian-like, but...
No, I don't think
I
you
don't
do.
like the Grateful Dead. I do like Lala.
Okay, I think we got it. She's strictly dickly. She's single, ready to mingle. She's not bi, though she knows she gives off some lesbian vibes. No Grateful Dead at all. Lala, she's down, but I don't know if she's down with letting her go down, if you know what I mean. Goddamn airplanes.
Are you going to do Lala's podcast? I don't think that she's asked me to do it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't either. I think
Would you do it though?
absolutely.
Yeah, she's a sweet girl.
She's a sweet girl.
From what you've told me.
Yes, and like she was the one that gave me so much grace, and she didn't have to give me grace. So like that was.
From what I'm aware of, I don't think Lala's asked Jo to do her podcast. Though, I could be wrong. I have not watched any of Lala's podcasts in a long time. I know. And she did like another Amazon Live, which I will be getting and posting here. So stay tuned for that. I know some of you are a little tired of them, but I still enjoy them because she does talk a lot on them. And she's very much in her pregnancy and she's glowing and I'm happy for her. So stay tuned for that. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Lala would ever ask Jo to go on her podcast? I want your opinions. And my opinion is Jo would go on Lala's in a second if Lala asked her, because that's giving her more time to talk and she just loves to talk.
Yeah, I love these earrings too. They're actually from Tom Schwartz. It's kind of crazy. How often do you talk to Schwartz? Right now, not really a lot, because, you know, like, what do? You don't want to talk to your ex about, like,
especially when he has a new girlfriend.
Yeah,
it's
no.
Like messy.
Yeah, like, we want him to go to Coachella and have fun and, like, enjoy his, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to be, like, I don't want him, I don't want to.
Well, also they're in the process of a breakup, which
Yeah.
takes
Exactly.
a while.
Yeah, and I also
know?
like don't want to obviously infiltrate like myself into a relationship that, you know, he's in a new one, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna like, you know.
Yeah.
What a weird way to answer a question. Have you talked to Schwartz? No, I haven't. That would have been a simple answer. But instead we get the, no, not really. You know, we don't want to talk, you know. I am like the ex-girlfriend. It gets messy and he just needs to go to like Coachella and have fun. I don't want to be like, Yeah, girl. I mean, they are in the process of going through like a breakup. They need time. She's not gonna, she's not gonna text them. Oh, she's not gonna text them, all right, but she might read some texts coming soon. Stay tuned. Yes, I did spill more tea just now.
Do you know his GF? I don't know Schwartz's GF. I don't know him. I don't know her. I don't. I think that she was a fan of the show. That's what I was told. Mm-hmm. But he seems happy. So like, let's go. You know what I mean?
And that's all you care about.
That's all I care about is Schwartz's happiness.
You don't know Schwartz's girlfriend, but you heard she was a fan of the show. But, he's happy. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Like, oh, my God, Jo. Girl.
Thanks to Bravo Boo, I was able to see this, I don't even know what we're calling it, live interview with Jo, her childhood best friend. Some of the words that came into my mind after watching were cringe, awkward, uncomfortable. A lot of things said here were just foul in my opinion, so I'm going to insert some of my own thoughts after some of her comments.
Did I suck off Schwartz?
Okay, well, they were in a relationship.
Yeah, of course I did. What the fuck is wrong?
I feel like that would have been a great place to just be like, I'm going to leave that open for interpretation.
He was really good at having sex. I don't know why Katie didn't like his dick.
But no, you had to keep going. Not only did you have to comment on your sex life with him, but then you have to go that extra step and comment on Katie and his sex life. In what world is that, one, any of your business? And two, how dare you? You don't know the ins and outs of Katie and Schwartz's relationship. You might want to believe that you do, but in all reality, in an actual reality, you don't. Even her homegirl just now was like, did you just really say that? Like, that's embarrassing type of behavior.
It's great. Oh, God. Would you ever be friends with Kristen again? Nope. Hard no.
It seems like the feelings are pretty mutual because Zach Wickham, one of Kristen's very good friends, you might know him from the Valley, had to pop into the comments and said, okay, so Let's start with a few corrections. You never talk with Tom because he doesn't want to talk with you, and if he does, it's out of politeness. Sophia is not a fan of the show, but you sure were when you met Kristen. And I could go on, but I'll just end on one note. You are the one that gave up your friendship with Kristen and decided that being on TV was more important than someone who has been there for you, supported you, paid for you when no one else was. Don't say you wouldn't be friends with Kristen again, like you have a choice. Yes, Zach, you ate. I would classify it as a shit show of a live, but I want to know what y'all think about this, so let me know.
So, on May 4th, just a few days later, Jo decided she was going to do another Instagram Live. This time, though, she totally was not going to talk about Schwartz or Vanderpump or any of that. I promise. Yeah, right. All right, let's get right into it. And thank you again to Glorified Gossip Girl on IG, who gets these every time. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. This first one, though, is part 1. It's like 2 minutes, but part 2 is like 15. So let's get into it.
I mean, especially with the like, I don't think that anybody would want to date me. I think I'm a little too old for LA because I'm 35. So it's not like they're going to be like scratching the surface to get to like who I am. You know, like I don't think that. I just said, see, like this just would not be a good idea for reality TV. No.
And I know this comes in at such a weird part. I don't know what she was talking about previous, but it's kind of clear, like, she thinks that she's too old for LA, and maybe that reality TV isn't for her. My opinion is, though, that, like, Jo has this, like, weird appeal to her, that maybe Vanderpump isn't for her, but I can see her maybe doing, like, a different reality TV show and just being her quirky, unique self, and you know, it's possible. Anything is possible, girl.
I'm annoyed with thinking Tom is so little innocent puppy. He knows exactly what he's doing and he sucks. Okay, JRenZX8. Wonderful point. There's something about him that I'm happy about him because he just doesn't take anything so seriously. So let's say Tom Schwartz doesn't take anything seriously, right? In a relationship or even in a relationship. So with that being said, let's all let him, you know, I witnessed it. He doesn't really commit. However, he's a very, very good person to be around. And he makes you laugh so hard. He made me laugh so hard. I think, like I've said this before, I think on Raquel's podcast, that if him and I were like on an island and he didn't have a cell phone, like it would be perfection. You know what I mean? Like, however, that's just not reality. I think you make a really good point, by the way. You're not wrong.
I mean, it was more of a statement than anything. Tom isn't this innocent little puppy. He knows exactly what he's doing. I also do believe that he is going through his own issue. He just got out of a marriage and all of that, where he was in a relationship with Katie for a very long time. He wasn't looking to just jump right in to something else and then be committed to somebody again for years and years. You can't blame the guy. And Jo, in my opinion, she seems kind of like the type that is naggy. Like, well, you know, why aren't we together? Why aren't we, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend? You know, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Like that kind of a thing. And maybe she was a little too pushy, and he knew exactly what he wanted, which was to not have anybody at that time, that he wasn't ready to date anybody. And Jo was ready, and they were both on 2 different pages. But then Jo was like, staying around to get her hopes up, thinking that, like, he would come around eventually. Like, maybe if I just wait it out, he will, like, change. And then that dynamic is what your relationship became. Just friends fucking around. I mean, he doesn't think that you guys were ever in a relationship, yet you think that you and him were in a relationship. You guys are still on this, like, 2 different pages after all this time. Is it weird, some of the things he's been saying about his new girlfriend? It is, but hey, sometimes when love comes, it can change your mind about how you feel about different things that you might have not felt before.
I'm annoyed with everyone thinking Tom is so little innocent pup. Yes, yeah, okay. What is the last time you talked to Tom? You let Tom be his authentic self. You didn't belittle him. His loss, your gain. Okay, so Serena and gosh, you guys are so... Oh, okay, so you guys are seeing what I'm saying. Okay, so there were moments where, like, my brother!
I will say, glorified gossip girl, I loved your question that you asked. How did she feel when Tom asked Katie to hook up? Which, I don't know if she answers it in part 2, but this is the end of part 1. This is all we got for part 1. Yes, guys. So, let's not even waste time. Let's go to part 2. And again, thank you, glorified gossip girl, for being amazing and having all of these lives.
About her at all. You know, it's just, yeah, that moment was pretty hard, but it is what it is. Yeah, the hat moment was really weird. But I also think that, you know, she did say that she was excited. Sheena said that she was excited to go drinking and she was excited to, like, have a night off. I mean, the girl just had a baby. Like, you know, we can all let it go. It's okay.
The girl just had a baby? Girl, Summer Moon is like, what, 4 going on 5? I'm not good with age, let alone my own age. But I know, like, she's, like, going into pre-K, which would be around the age of 4. She didn't just have a baby. She hadn't also been drinking. She had stopped drinking. She was on the mocktail route, like, you know, what they considered sober curious, according to Schwartz. And she was letting loose that night. Yeah, she was a little bit off her chain. And I will say that for Sheena. She was a little bit off her chain. And I'm glad that, you know, you can roll your eyes as you say it, Jo, that let's just all forget it. I hope you actually do, because I don't think she meant it with malice intent to hurt you. I think she was being, you know, trying to be cute funny, but it wasn't cute funny, and then it then pushed into other issues where she then, you know, dragged it out with all the other girls. But I really did believe, like, she had pure intentions at the start, where she was like, show those beautiful braids, they look good, you're a hairdresser, you want to show that off. I do believe that was purely good intentions at first, and then the drinks, you know, flew back and she got a little loose and she went off with her friends and did the petty Betty stuff, which I really do not agree with how that night went. And just how uncomfortable you felt, Jo, made me sad for you, because I just know that is just not the best feeling in the world. But I really do hope that you can, like, put this behind you guys. But again, I just want to clear up. Sheena did not just have a baby. Like, that's been, like, done. That happened. The girl's growing up. Like, I don't know where she got that one from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I will say the bullying part at Hotel Ziggy was really tough, because it was a lot of just, like, me just imagine like this is in your face. Like 5 of these are in your face. Like bam, 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 bam. Cameras, right? And you're sitting there and you're usually behind the camera. Me. And so I'm just sitting there just like trying to hang out because I was just having the best time with Schwartz. And then overhearing all of these things, it's like the same thing as like if somebody were to like say something to like your daughter in middle school and she can hear it, you know, and she can feel it. And then she's got to go through the second half of her, you know, her day at school, knowing that this person and this person and this person are sitting 3 desks next to her. And it felt like a middle school moment where, you know, it brought me a little bit back to like, I don't want to hear it. Who wants to hear that? And I didn't have a moment to even really say anything. That brings me back. That really hurts my heart because I know that kids every single day are bullied, whether it's words or social media or on like some type of platform.
It just brought her back to that moment in middle school when she got bullied. And like I said before, like, I don't condone what they did. It was not cool by any means. It was very uncomfortable. They would not like it if it was done to them. And I don't think that they thought while they were doing it, hey, this is making somebody very uncomfortable. And I wouldn't like that if it was done to me. I think there were a couple people that, you know, Katie in particular, that just did not care because of the grudge that she had. But, you know, it's over and done with now. I do hope that Jo can move on from this experience. And we really don't need a lecture about how if you're a mom, oh wait, that's coming up. But the point is, we still don't need a lecture.
I mean, if you're a mom and you have a teenage kid right now or a teenage daughter, you know that they're laying in bed, probably on their phone and looking at Instagram and looking at everything and they're comparing themselves. No, stop. I'm a person that's on TV and I was like absolutely 5 feet away. Sorry, it makes my blood boil because we are on a TV show to showcase good intentions and good, and just like good, like.
Yes, you're on a TV show, but you're also there not only to show the good intentions, but also the bad intentions. It's a reality TV show. In reality, this is what happens in real life to people. Not just you. This is what goes on everywhere. And it is an example of real life because it's a reality TV show. They're not just supposed to show all of the good stuff.
The fact that I was called all the names under the sun. I can't imagine being on a international television show. What I went through was probably 10 times, a million times less than the 14, 15, 16-year-olds that are going through bullying in the United States, anywhere. Like, it is, one second. Okay. It doesn't leave you. It doesn't make you feel better. I'm just grateful that the kids that are watching, I really hope that they resonate with me instead of resonating with the other women, because when you have a choice, you know. Okay, just 1 second.
Glorified Gossip Girl does make a point that this mean behavior has been a part of VPR since season 1. I mean, this is like what real life is. Unfortunately, in the society that we all live in, People will be mean and do and say harsh things to feel better about themselves and to put themselves on top of others. That is how this unfortunate world works. I don't like it just as much as everybody else doesn't like it. But the only person that can change is yourself. So if you are displaying kind behavior, kind words, you're thinking before doing things to others, then you can be that catalyst of change to get other people to see that not everyone is a complete bitch and that they're not out to just hurt people 24/7, 365. We need to be the difference. We need to be the change. And I don't think what Jo realizes is that she as well displays mean behavior and yes, hurt people. She might have been hurt from the words that these girls have said to her, but then she goes and does it right back at them. Two wrongs don't make a right either. Okay, though, but Jo does need a break for a second. But I will say, pay attention. She will be talking to somebody in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just like having a break because I'm just like sad about this. No, it's okay, Reed.
What do you got there?
Yeah, I have some in my.
I was doing
This is a
shots
Pellegrino.
and eating all that stuff and then riding my bike. I was at my stomach.
You got bullied as a kid, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm little. I've been small my whole life.
Yeah, my roommate. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's not even. Okay. Well, let's go back to this. Sorry. Woo. Maybe you should be a school teacher and. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm not sure if VPR was good for you. Well, I think it was. Okay, wait. I'm not sure if VPR was about good intentions. Not to say you deserve any bullying, but the show itself is constructed for max drama.
As people that are fans of the show, we understand that VPR has never really had good intentions, regardless of what season, what situation, what person, any of that. It shows the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, everything in between. So when Pump Rules GIF said what she said here, I think she was just trying to point out that VPR never has good intentions. Like, where did you get that idea from? And I agree, she does not deserve the bullying. And, I mean, the show is constructed for max drama. That's what it's always been about. I also will say I did see some comments, and some people thought that Jo was being a little too showy for the camera here, that she wasn't as upset as maybe she tried to play off. But that is everybody else's opinion. Let me know what you think about that, though, down below.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm just gonna say, you guys, when it comes down to Vanderpump Rules, I did not have a bad I had actually a very good experience because it exposed me to like things that I didn't even know that were in this world. I was raised in Wisconsin. I was to a degree, but it wasn't at the extent of what I witnessed in the show. It's not the production. They're filming people who are making choices. Like, Katie made a choice to say that. Lala made a choice to give me grace. Like, I made a choice to be myself. So it doesn't come down to Vanderpump Rules. It comes down to who these people are. And I'm the perfect example of walking into something that I couldn't even believe that these people navigated their world this way, right? Like, generally this is just not like normal. Now, cameras would go off and Schwartz and I were in. Checkers, could you chew that a little bit louder? he's like chewing. He's like, and I'm sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent. That's usually me.
Man, did she make this part confusing. So she didn't have a bad experience, though she was exposed to things she didn't know were in this world. She was raised in Wisconsin, guys. Yes, I know the video did cut out there, not sure what happened. But apparently what we saw with VPR production, they were just filming people. These people were the ones making the choices. Like Katie chose to say what she said. But Lala gave her grace. That wasn't, production at all trying to influence her to have a meetup. I do, though, believe Schwartz had a little bit of influence as well. I did have to agree with Glorified Gossip Girl and her comment there as well. Then, Jo chose to be herself, unlike everybody else, which what it comes down to are these people are the ones making the choice on this reality show, which, yes, they've been on for over a decade. These people have more experience than she will ever have. These people know what production wants to see and hear, what makes for good TV. And I do think that they are being real in themselves, but I also know that they know that they're filming a TV show. So they're going to say and do things that might otherwise, not happen if they weren't filming. A perfect example for this would be Katie sleeping with Max, that situation. So if you have not seen the Disrespectfully episode that I did, they do talk about this there, where Dana, who, used to date Max, had no clue. Now, when everything went down with Brock and Sheena and everyone finding out about Katie sleeping with Max, that's when production went to Katie and said, you need to have a conversation with Dana on camera about this. Katie talks about how, if they did not say this to her, she would have just texted her, called her on her own time, and talked to her friend privately. But because they were filming and this all happened while filming, they wanted to get the conversation on air, which they did have a conversation. It was recorded, but that's when Dana said, F this shit, I ain't doing Vanderpump, and decided that she didn't want to be on the show this season, and that's why we do not get to see that part. Again, this was on the last Disrespectfully episode. I am going to do a new Disrespectfully episode, so stay tuned for that as well. But, I don't get what Jo doesn't understand. Even the conversation that Schwartz had with her, I believe that was suggested by production to be had on camera, kind of a thing. They knew that they were filming. They knew that, Jo and Tom's relationship was a situationship, and they probably, encouraged him to have a conversation about their relationship on camera. And listen, I get it. Jo has never done reality TV. She was never in the industry, none of that. So I get that she's going to see things and hear things and learn things she never knew people did or would ever do from just being a part of this show. And she is right. Generally, it isn't normal for some of the situations that we see to happen on a reality TV show. That's not usually how real life goes, kind of a thing. But these people are still real people with real feelings, real relationships, real thoughts, and opinions. And sometimes these things are just done a bit differently. And they're more blunt and upfront, and they put it out there for people, and they share their life with the entire world. Even after cameras go down, these things still exist. But we don't really know where Jo was going to go with this whole situation because her dog distracted her. But I'm thinking maybe she was going to say it was different when the cameras went down, which I can only assume, of course, that it would be different since they have more privacy and no cameras. They can, catch up on things where they don't have cameras involved and they can see people without having, cameras in their face, having a more private lifestyle.
Wow, let's just talk about the fact that Lala has gone through so much. I was so grateful that she stood up for me at the reunion and also the finale, and she wanted to, give me grace. She didn't take anybody's side, and she just said, look, I'm going to go talk to Jo. And Sandoval, Sandoval made the choice to call you annoying, call out the boys. Sandoval calls me annoying all the time. I call him annoying all the time. I'm not going to call out Sandoval for calling me annoying. Like, he's annoying as fuck. We share a birthday almost like a day apart. Like, we're, like, literally, he's annoying. I'm not talking to him right now because I'm annoyed with him. Like, he's a dick. Like, and I love him too. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just one of those things. I wish the world could understand that I'm allowed to be friends with Billy Lee, Raquel, Sandoval, Schwartz, Allie, James. I'm so confused by all of that. And we all orbit in the same, but we also don't, like, all just... I think that I'm just still learning, I think. But I also am not going to adjust why can't I just be friends with it's so...
Jo just wants to be friends with everybody. Come on, guys. She's just learning. I mean, oh my God. It is awkward that you are, friends with Rachel and still friends with Sandoval. That is, yes, awkward. I think that's what people were kind of talking about. But pay attention, because Glorified Gossip Girl is going to type something and then delete it. But it does make sense, and I kind of agree. It's like double standards. You'll see.
Weird. It's so weird. Lala's amazing. I have not talked to Sandoval lately, but he's doing good. I'm a Cancer. He did it. No, I know. He did. Are you talking about, no. He did. Sandoval didn't do anything. Sandoval's never done anything malicious to me. Like, I don't know why people think that that's such a thing. Like, he's just Sandoval. He's just, I was the other woman in a relationship when I was 32 and Tom can't be held accountable forever. Which, Alice, Anna, I don't know what that means. Oh my God, Dweller by Teresa. Thank you. I mean, I'm just kind of like a what do you think Schwartz's best trait is? Oh gosh. Don't ask me that question. It makes me smile too much. If somebody can tell me what this means, we would always hit a elevator. So, like, when you would walk into an elevator and, like, walk out of an elevator, you would be like, what? We always were in the middle of a door. Like, whenever it was, like, walking in or out of a restaurant, we would always, like... So, anything with a door frame, we always would be right there. Like, he would walk into my bedroom or whatever, and he, like, when those 4 days that I stayed with him, everybody, chill out. Every time, because his closet was in that room and I was leaving to go to work. So every time we would just like smack into each other. So whatever that means, like, what does it mean when you like always consistently walk into the same like door frame all the time? Like moments of like, we just kind of just, we'd be like, whoa! Whatever that means. Somebody tell me what that means.
No, Sandoval didn't do anything to Jo personally, but she is friends with Rachel, and Sandoval did do something to Rachel personally. And I think the whole doorway thing in Schwartz is more of both of you have ADHD. And being kind of clumsy is part of ADHD. It's not been really able to be proven why it's part of it, though, as a cognitive processing disorder with, you know, executive function impairments, it makes sense that those with ADHD might have difficulties with motor skills. You know, like in children, we often slower at learning fine motor skills, such as trying like shoelaces or hand and eye coordination is often like an impairment. And that's something that with ADHD, it can affect. So her being like clumsy and Schwartz being clumsy, I see it more as they're both like in their mind, they have a set goal, they're on that path, they're not looking, they're not paying attention, and boom, like they're bumping into each other. Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe she needs to ask Allie. That's like an Allie question. Allie's all into that astrology and connections and how it can connect. Why is she asking us? Allie, we need you.
I don't know. I've always worn hats? Yes. I think my mom took a photo of me wearing a hat. Kylie, can we just stop talking about this? Okay. If this is the last time I'm going to answer this question, I have and will not ever do cocaine in my life because I have a heart condition. Not even if I had a heart condition. Everyone shut the fuck up. I have ADHD. Stop asking me if I do cocaine. The next time somebody asks me this question, I'm going to be like, you're a dumbass because you didn't listen to any other fucking thing I've ever said the past year and a half. So, like, you're stupid. I don't do cocaine. Fuck. Sorry. It just pisses me off. Kirsten, I love you.
Oh boy. Rule number 1, don't let them know what bothers you. Like, when you blatantly let the trolls know what bothers you, which is asking you if you've ever done a drug in your life, you're giving them what they want. You're showing them what bothers you and will get you up in a frenzy in a second. So, please, and like, guys, really, like, it's so stupid that you even would ask that. Like, get over it. First off, she never said that she was doing drugs. She said she had crackhead energy, which, yes, ADHD will do that to you. That's why when you take what is known usually as Adderall or Ritalin, it is for people that don't have ADHD an upper, but it's a downer for those that do. I'm not a doctor, and I just don't like when people also ask, like, or insinuate people are doing drugs. Like, that does bother me. Saying that she had crackhead energy is, like, something stupid. But sitting there saying, like, do you do drugs? Like, that's stupid. That is stupid. But don't let it bother you, girl. Literally, don't even read those comments. It's called ignore them. It's that easy.
Good. Easier to block you. I love this girl. Oh, yes. ADHD gang. Oh, my favorite is... She goes, so do you do coke? She just can't get over it. Oh, my God. I thought coke was the same as cocaine. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. So I love that you guys are finally, like, making a joke about... Yes! Oh man, I did listen to Kyle Chan's podcast, and you know what? I think that Kyle Chan, obviously on Kristen's podcast. I think that at the end of the day, like I still love Kyle. Like he's awesome. Like he just, I just don't really hate a lot of people. Like he doesn't know me that well, so like he can just go on a podcast and talk about me. That's fine. I just know my truth.
Okay, so you know me. I had to look high and low to understand what these people were saying to Jo about Kyle Chan and why Kyle Chan was saying that Jo was a liar and why she wasn't answering the question to why she thought that Kyle Chan called her a liar, which she said she heard the podcast. So that means you listen to what Kyle said about you and why he said you were a liar to be able to answer this, but you choose not to. So I want to play it for you guys. It's about a 10-minute clip. I'm going to, do my little commentary in between because I have to. But I'm thinking also that I do want to bring this episode here to the channel. It is from Kristen's Balancing Act podcast with Luke. It was from April 18th, if you want to check it out. If not, you can wait for it here on my channel. But I definitely want to bring it because Kyle Chan knows a lot of the group and he spills a lot of tea. And just even this 10-minute clip of him talking about Jo was very interesting. So let's take a listen to what this is all about.
Had an amazing friendship.
Yes.
I do think they are super quirky and very similar.
Yeah.
I see that. I know that. But now that they're not seeing each other and that's been, a little messy, the way she's coming at him and about him, not only on the interview moments of Vanderpump Rules, but on Rachel's podcast, that really pisses me the fuck off.
There's one thing that I don't agree and I don't like, and I'm going to speak up for Tom because I know with Tom's personality, he would just go, oh no, it's all right. She doesn't have a platform. Now that she has a platform, she went on Rachel and she said it. But there's something that I don't like because I don't like about the lying part. We were at single night and she said that they were talking about both wearing red bracelet, which means they're not available. Green is available and yellow it's whatever. And I think that it's a lie because I asked Schwartz, I'm like, hey, that is so strange because I didn't even know about the bracelet until I get there. I didn't even know that there was a red, green, and yellow wristband until I get there.
So had you ever been to one of those parties?
I have been, but then
You
usually
have?
would be like a heart or no other party, not that particular one.
Oh no, I just
not a
never have been to
bracelet.
any
Yeah.
of those. I asked Luke about it last week. I was like,
You wear the college version because
Yeah,
you just
something like that.
if you don't have a green shirt, you go to Goodwill and spend $1 and put on a green shirt if you're
Okay.
green.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But the fact that how would she knows about the wristband that none of us even know? Like not even Tom Sandoval knew about it.
Right.
So all we knew was Tom Sandoval arranged this and saying, hey, let's meet at Skybar. That's all we know. So for her to say that him and Schwartz talk about it. So I asked Schwartz, I'm like, how did you?
Joe said, oh, we talked about it
Yeah.
before we went in the Uber. And Schwartz said, I'm going to wear a red one.
Yeah. So I asked Schwartz and he's like, no, we didn't talk about any of these. I didn't even know that there's wristband going on.
Right.
So for her to imagine these things in her head and like say out to make Schwartz look bad, saying that he's leading her on, I don't think that's
So, of course, this is just one of the incidents that Kyle is talking about where it was just a little thing, but it's like, why did she have to go and lie about something like this? She literally made up a whole scenario where her and Schwartz talked in the car and he said he was going to wear a red band because he wasn't single. But Kyle is saying that they had no clue about these bands. And when he talked to Schwartz, Schwartz said they never had a conversation. So for her to insinuate that they did and that Schwartz was going to wear a red band because they were together, so they were taken, was all something that she lied about and made up in her head. What do you guys think about this? Let's listen a little further, though.
cool because maybe at the beginning he has lead her on a little
Right.
bit. And then they
We
made
all
it
know
really,
that.
yeah.
Even Schwartz has admitted, like in the
He
beginning,
wasn't, because he wasn't
honest,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah, and he wasn't ready for a relationship. So he thought he made it clear that I'm not sure where this is going, you know,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And you know how he is. He just want to
He
be
just wants to
nice.
please everyone.
Yeah, he's not the type that would say, no, I don't want to do this. He'll be like,
he doesn't
you
want to hurt
know,
anyone's feelings.
yeah.
But this particular night, this thing that girl Jo said in her interview by Tom Schwartz said, we're going to wear a red bracelet. Ugh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that was not
It's not true.
correct. It's not true. And the craziest thing is Tom already went on a date with, what's the girl with the red hair?
His girlfriend?
Tori.
Tori.
Tori. Yeah, he already went on. They already talked about it. They already said that they are very clear at that point. I think Jo unfollowed me after she watched the episode because I was like, Jo, stop touching his hair. He's not gonna get any girls.
Oh my God, it was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, she was
watching
touching
her
his
do
hair
that.
for like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So then I'm like,
What was the idea? That's what I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but from the girls I've dated, if they got their hands on you, they're claiming you. Like, this is like, you're my person. You know, like
because
your
she
hands-
did
That's what I would
his
do
hair.
anyway.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that's what she did, but that's 100% what I would
That's
do.
not an uncommon
But it
way
was
to kind of
just
claim your
crazy
man.
because
yeah.
I spoke with Tom. I talked to Tom a lot. So I would ask him, hey, what's your status with Jo? And then he'll be like, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. So he will always tell me the truth because he knows, Schwartz know how I talk. So he would like tell me straight up, you know, this is how I feel. But then the only reason why he pulled back, it was because of all these random lies. She just have a lot of like random lies. He won't say it, but I'm going to have to say it. I know Joe's going to hate me, but Jo, I do not hate you because I honestly think you're a really nice girl. People people misunderstood you, but I'm going to give you a little advice that you didn't ask. Like if you didn't make these random lies, I think you guys might still have something going on, even though he's not like mentally ready at that time. But then I think the deal breaker was all of these random lies that you made.
So even though Kyle gave us only one example, he's saying that the issue is that Jo makes up all these little lies. And that is something that I can see just by watching these Instagram lives, these, podcasts that she's done, which is really only Rachel so far. She did like another little thing with Lena, the hairdresser. But everything that I've seen, even the confessionals on VPR, it just seems that there are just little things that she lies about, whether it's to make herself look better or to make the situation look different, whatever the case may be, to help her look better and Schwartz look worse. I just feel like that was the issue. And Kyle, without throwing her completely under the bus, is letting her know, hey, Jo, this is what it was. And I know that he led you on in the beginning and it was a little messy at first, but this is why it didn't end up. And then you doing what you did afterwards and just kind of staking your claim when it wasn't even yours to claim. It was a turnoff. Maybe this is why she's not answering why Kyle is calling her a liar, because she knows exactly what's going on and she just doesn't want to answer it because it won't make her look good. I do know that that's something people do, and I get it. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to look like they have flaws or that they did something wrong. Listen, but you also claim that you are this real person, that you can only be you, then act real. You are not perfect, just like nobody is perfect. That's okay. But you lying and making yourself look better than you are isn't going to help your case.
Yeah.
So I
when
just
she
don't
said,
understand.
We're 100% dating. We're basically together.
She
He
was-
said, I love you.
Yeah,
Which,
she was
do I
telling-
think Tom said oh, we have love for each other? I love you. The same way I
Yes.
tell Tom Schwartz I love him.
You just told
the
me you
same
love
way
me.
I do love you,
Yes.
Kyle. It's
The way I told you I love you the first time.
It's not.
That's fine.
Like,
I know
it-
Kyle knows that.
But wait.
Luke and I say this. I go, it's not the way you and I say I love you. It's the way you say I love you to
But
someone
to Jo's
that you love.
defense, when she's in love and you know that she's in love, you can't say that to her.
Correct.
That would be a mixed signal. So I think that's where it started to get tricky. But I just don't understand why she needed to make up random lies. And the other thing that I suspect is on the viewing party that her episode showed up.
Oh my God, last week.
Yes, she literally showed up at Schwartz and Sandy's when me, Tom, Victoria, which is Sandoval's
Tom's
newest girlfriend,
girlfriend,
and Sophia, which is
Schwartz's girlfriend.
new girlfriend, was
Yeah.
there. And she decided to show up.
I also have stories about this. Continue.
So I feel like maybe she's hurting right now, and it is her attempt to throw a little sabotage.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm
misery
gonna
loves
say
company. Have you heard that, Kyle?
is it?
Misery loves company. Of course. When you're miserable, like you want to bring people down to your level.
Yeah.
That is a normal thing, and that's kind of why I mean, generally respond to shitty DMs and shitty comments in social media with "Hope your day turns around." That wasn't very nice, or something like that, or "Hope you're,"
So I don't think it's misery
Something to
loves
that effect.
company. I have a different viewpoint. I think it's much like what we saw on the episode at the Mondrian, where the singles party,
Yeah.
of the claiming like you're mine.
Yeah.
That's more what I think, because I had a friend that was going to Schwartz and Sandy's last week for the viewing party.
Yeah.
And texted me and said, "Are you going?" And I said, "No, I'm not going. I don't feel well. My dog's really sick, but like I just can't make it." And she is someone who knows who Jo is and said like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure she's going, but I'm going with this person's going with a bunch of her own friends, but Jo might be going." And I was like, "Well, that's kind of weird because I know Schwartz will be there with Sophia."
Schwartz told her that.
Oh.
Because she said she's going to come, and Schwartz is like, well, Sophia's going to be here.
Oh, I did know that. Okay, correct. No, I mean, I did. Sorry, I thought you meant Schwartz told her to come.
No. I
Yes.
think that's Schwartz's way to say don't come.
Exactly. And so my friend, I was like, maybe say that I'm coming, or like inform her that Sophia will obviously be there with Schwartz because it's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll deter her away, because I don't want to I'm just like at home doing what I shouldn't be doing, the Kristen thing, involving myself in shit that's none of my fucking business. But I can't help it because I want to protect Schwartz.
Yeah.
Because I just feel bad for him. And I also feel guilty. Like, I brought this girl into the group. Okay.
Yeah.
I did. So I was like, I'm not going to message anyone, but I'm going to ask my friend to like message her and say these things. And Girl Joe's response to this was, "It's a public bar. I can go wherever the hell I want to." And I was like, that is so fucking Kristen 2013, trying to stake your claim.
I mean, Kristen is onto something. That is totally Kristen 10 years ago. Like, this is what I see in Jo, is the same thing that I did see in Kristen 10 years ago. And I think that it's awesome that Kristen can call out her own bullshit and what she used to do and take accountability for it. And also, in the same sense, like, see it from a different perspective now and go, oh my God, that's how I was. And I see it. Like, that's where I fucked up, and that's where she's fucking up. It's all very interesting, don't you think?
She likes to show up uninvited.
Then I also heard that she introduced herself to Sophia as if she didn't know who Sophia was, which is just so weird, childish, not cool. Just, if you want to go to the bar, then, and you're going to go anyway and no one's going to stop you, then just go.
Yeah.
But like, leave them alone.
I just don't understand. But
I can't imagine at my age, I know you guys are going to laugh at me, fuck you, but like, I can't imagine at my age to like show up and like do that now. I'm just saying, because it is so Kristen 10 plus years ago, right? That is something I would have done. I had to like mark my, like how a dog pees on a tree. I'm going to mark my territory, but like, I wouldn't do it now. So it's like, he has a girlfriend, this is his bar, and you're still going to show up and try to like pee on your territory.
I
That's
feel
how I
like
felt.
she's probably devastated right now because Schwartz has a new girlfriend. That's what really triggers her, maybe.
Of course.
But
It probably hurts.
But lying things about it, you're going to regret it later. So
Right.
just don't do that. It's not cool. Especially Schwartz is such a nice, gentle person, and he's just keep going like, oh yeah, let's just let her say it. Just let her say whatever.
But Kyle, she showed up to Tom's bar on the night that she's lying in the episode.
Yeah.
That's the uncanny part for me.
I just can't stand when the camera turned on and then she'll be like, oh, me and Schwartz in a relationship, and he denies me. There's no such thing, because Schwartz showed me the text that he made it really clear with her. He made it 100% clear in writing, in the text, and go, it's sort of like we're just friends, and I don't want to lead you on, and I just think that I can totally feel it.
So maybe it's Jo that's, playing it up for the cameras a bit. Maybe it's Jo, trying to make Schwartz look like he was in a relationship with her when it was clear that they were just friends. Though, yeah, sometimes when you have that friends where you're both single and mingling and all of that, that shit happens when you get drunk. It's possible. That doesn't institute it as a relationship. I think they both, at that point, didn't know what they wanted. He was just getting out of a long relationship and a marriage, and he just wanted to relax and live life. And it was hard because he also cared for Jo. And he didn't want to be in a relationship. And I think it's hard for her now seeing him in a relationship when that whole time they were friends, he told her that he didn't want to be with anybody. So I can see why she's upset and devastated. But anyways, that's the clip that she could not answer the question why Kyle said she was lying. So it's clear to see that since everything has happened and she's now part of Vanderpump in that sense, that she is lying about certain things to make the situation look different and in her favor and make it seem like she is the victim of Tom Schwartz. But yet she's the one saying that everybody else, is fake for the camera and she's the real one. Anyways, let's get back to this last little bit of her Instagram Live. There's a minute left, and then we'll go on to the next one. So let's finish it.
Jacqueline Renee Rose. Yes, I have met Schwartz's new girlfriend. We did like a little this is how I'm always like little handshake across the table at Schwartz and Sandy's, and yeah. Because I was sitting next to Victoria, who is Sandoval's girlfriend, and her and I were like chatting because I know Victoria, and I didn't know she was right there, and yeah, it was nice. I mean, she seems lovely.
Wait, so you were sitting next to Victoria, and you didn't notice that Sophia was next to her? Yet Kyle even said that you knew who Sophia was. And you knew she was going to be there. Clearly, she was probably going to be hanging out with her boyfriend's friend's girlfriend, since, everybody's friends. I think that Kyle was on to something, and he was right, that you were just like, oh, wait, you're Sophia? I had no clue that's who you were. Wait, I'm Jo. So nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you. Secret handshake, let's do it. Tap, 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 boom, boom, fist pound, yay! Oh my god, did I really just do that? That's how I could see Jo handling it, though.
In 8 years. Hi! Oh my god, Michelle, I love you so much. Oh my gosh. Do you feel differently watching Katie with Schwartz? No, I think that it's so beautiful that Katie and Schwartz have their own, when Schwartz and I were dating, Katie did not like me at all, but I think it's okay for them to, Katie and Schwartz to, obviously, like, they have a history. I don't know what it is that keeps them, maybe they'll just get back together. And you know what? I'll support it.
Oh boy, she just needs to not talk about Katie and Schwartz and their relationship and what they had compared to what her and Schwartz had. That's just my opinion. But that was it for this Instagram Live. Before we go on to the next Instagram Live, I want to play this short little IG reel from Page TV. And it's something that I didn't know about Jo that you guys will find very interesting as well.
Jump scare. Who the fuck is Kaylee? It's Jo. Jo, this you? Jo is Kaylee. Why is everybody at Vanderpump Rules having to change their name? Now, how the hell did that not come up on the podcast? Also, let's get into how this is not Jo's first rodeo. Thank you for Drunk Drawn posting this, but someone I think on Reddit has all the tea. Have you never seen? Someone on Reddit said that Katie is not the first person Jo has offered her services to. I guess Jo's love language is haircuts, bad one, and then immediately moving in or moving across the country with that person. Now that's a full service. My working theory is when she stole that woman from Reddit's man, she decided she should change her identity from Kaylee Wenberg to Jo Wenberg, aka Jo My Gosh. Jo My Gosh is right. That's not your name. Gets me every time. I didn't listen to all of Rachel Goes Rogue. From what I've gathered on the internet, Jo doesn't seem like she's gonna be making any more appearances on Vanderpump Rules. So this only gets me thinking, who will fall prey to the services of Jo's next haircut? I guess we'll have to stay tuned. Okay, I'm sorry, last time. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about Jo, Joseph, Kaylee? I don't know. Haley Bailey? Are you feeling bamboozled by Joseph? Or are you just like, Joe Schmo, let her call herself what she wants?
So I got the still from Drunk Drawn, and it says, okay, so just a little tea. I honestly do feel bad for her right now, and the way production dangled her in front of the cast like chum, but an ex of mine from the mid-2010s suddenly began getting weekly haircuts from her in Milwaukee, Illinois. So naturally, she became a person of interest. He ended up cheating on me with Joseph, real name Kaylee. We broke up, and then they moved to LA together to live out some bizarre spiritual journey similar to what Schwartz said about them going on a journey. I haven't revisited this stuff emotionally for so long, but V-Pump is my favorite show, and now she's on it. Rude. I mean, are we shocked to hear that her real name is Kaylee? Not really. So many people on VPR go by different names. And this is something that's not really uncommon for me. Usually, though, they go by their middle name. That's more of like a Southern thing, which is weird, but we won't go into that. But I've never heard of people just changing their names kind of to what they want it to be, except for VPR cast. So it's not really, oh my God, her name is Kaylee. It's the fact that this is like her thing that she does, and she's repeating the same old pattern in her history over and over again. So you can't escape what you are, unfortunately, Joseph. This now takes us on to the next IG Live from May 8th, and she does have another friend. It could be her mom. I'm not quite sure, but let's get it right into it, and don't mind the boyfriend talking in the background. He always does this to me when I'm recording.
Dogs everywhere. Hang in there and stay positive. Thank you so much, because you're a fan fave. Oh, I thought somebody said that you're a fan, and I was like, no, I think Tom Schwartz is dating a fan. Sorry, I mean, I just know that for a fact. I should first. Be, well, it's, and I think that that's amazing. Like, I think that, like,
is it?
Yeah, I mean, like, let's just let him do his thing.
Yeah, he's entitled to date whoever he wants.
Exactly.
Well, hot damn, she's coming out the gate hot. You're a fan fave. Oh, I thought someone was saying that I was a fan. No, I think Tom Schwartz is dating a fan. That's what I heard. Like, girl, where'd you get this info? And why are you hating on her? You know, you gave Katie a lot of shit for hating on you. And here you are, hating on Sophia. And you don't even know Sophia. Clearly.
I should be the Bachelor because I'd like to see you fall in love with anyone other than Tom. You truly deserve better. Thank you. She's going to try to high five you. I'll high five that too. Yes, I agree. I mean, it'd be kind of fun, right?
He's missing out, but
it is what it is. It is what it's not what it is. I actually love that. Yes, thank you, The Sweet Life. Yes, yeah, you get what I'm saying. It is, yeah, it is what it is. You are the one who got away. I don't think that you were saying that. I think I was the one that got away. I know that you, with Tom Schwartz, like you were kind of, I don't know. It's a sad topic to talk about, you guys, because it's like, I was never more happy, and she was there when I was like,
and I was like,
Yep, she was like, move it on, let's go.
Up your head,
yep.
we're gonna keep moving.
Yep, get those gosh darn fingers snapping. would you come back for a second season? Well, so it's not a second season. It's season 12. So, me a second season. Is that what they're saying? Like if I were to come back for... Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, the question was pretty easy. Would you come back for another season? Not, are we doing another season? Like, I don't know. So that was it for this little bit of a live. I am assuming that's her mom. People were assuming it was her mom. And by the way she was talking to her, it seemed like it was her mom. It is what it is, isn't it, Jo? But I don't feel like Kaylee, aka Jo, was the one that got away from Tom. If anything, it was Katie. And that's clear to see. They were together for a very long time. And I feel in the end, he's going to miss that. I mean, we saw from just the finale that he missed even just laying in bed, having the munchies with her, and scrolling through TikTok. What's that tell you? Now we move on to the last and final live. There is 2 parts to this. Now, this was only 2 days later. I say that for a reason. 2 days later. Let's get into part 1.
So he's 11, you guys. Okay. Oh, it goes on and on. And then we've had a lot of fun together. Sorry, I'm back. No, I really want this to be like literally like talked about because like this is like fucked up to me because like I've done so many. Like, don't call me these names. Katie can call me these names all she wants. She's allowed to call me those names. Well, maybe not really, but like, I don't know where. Okay, so then it's, I'm not gaslighting here. He says that. Oh, he says he's finally at peace for the first time in his feels, and it feels like forever, so just please leave me be. Please don't mention me or my girlfriend anymore. Why would you waste another second of your life chasing someone who doesn't want to be with you?
I realize this one came in at an awkward spot as well, but from everything that we can assess, she received a text message from Schwartz, and she's going over it. My thing is, if you're going to read the text message, read it in its entirety. Show us the message, because honestly, girl, I don't really believe a word that you're saying he said, because I just like my proof. I just like my receipts. I just like my screenshots. And what you're giving me is just a bop, 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 bop. That's what I hear. You know, like your little bop, bop, bop noise that you make. That's what I hear. And what's this that Katie can say mean things, but Schwartz can't? What? We know you could say mean things to Sophia, so why is it not okay for then now Schwartz to come back at you after you just said mean things about his girlfriend that you don't even know?
Well, 1, let's break this down. 1, I'm never going to mention his girlfriend ever again. 2, even though I just said 2, I'm going to mention him because it's a massive part of my life. That's fucked up. 3, you want to go there? Let's fucking go there. 4, I was there for you when your family was breaking apart. It's almost as if like, no, it's just like gaslighting. It's insane. Like I can't even, for 2 years, I just like can't even deal with this. Oh, and then Buddy has no hard feelings. Pick a lane. I don't know. You guys can talk as much as you want. I like think that this is like so relatable and just like so like, I'm finally able to be like, there's just no way that I deserve this. And like, he doesn't deserve this either. I just like don't understand it. So.
Oh boy, let's go over her list. So number 1, she's never going to mention Sophia again, even though she just did. I don't think that's going to happen. 2, she is going to mention Schwartz again because he was a massive part of her life, though she tells everybody else that they need to just stop. And Katie is a big person she tells that she just needs to stop and get over it, even though technically Katie was an even bigger part of his life for a lot longer with official documents and titles, unlike Jo. 3, if you're going to go there, Schwartz, she's going to go there too. I think we already know where she's going, though she was already headed in that direction, and this is why Schwartz had to text her. And here is just the petty Betty slap in the face. 4, Jo was there for him when his family was breaking apart. Talk about gaslighting. Jo, come on now. Now, when Schwartz said he had no hard feelings, I truly do believe that he has no hard feelings. I think it took a lot for him to write that text message to her, and for once, he's standing up for his girlfriend. And this is all we've ever wanted from Schwartz, was to stick up for the person that he was with. And now that he's doing it, Jo's fucking pissed and going on a fucking live, going insane about it. But literally, he hasn't said anything bad about Jo ever. He's been honest about the situation, and the only person talking shit has been Jo, which he texted her a private text message to her to kind of say, listen, this needs to end, the erratic behavior and you talking shit and making up these lies online. It's not cool. I don't like the fact that you're mentioning my girlfriend and saying that you know her when you don't. And I, wish you the best, no hard feelings, but this has to end. And this is how she deals with it. But it's just so relatable, guys. And this is, where she finally understands that she deserves better. But so does he. Still trying to protect him? I think you are the one that needs to pick a lane, sweetheart. What do you guys think about all of this? We still got a little bit more to go, so let's keep going, but make sure to leave a comment letting me know what you think about all of it.
Oh, and then I have to let him go because we literally haven't talked in 5 months, even though he just sent me that text message yesterday. Okay, please let me go. I'm respectfully blocking you, so whatever you say will fall on deaf ears. Okay. Let him go. Let him date. Let him be. I don't want to be... we're broken up. It is what it is. You guys tell me one thing that I did wrong to him. If anything, I feel like I kind of can relate to Katie. She probably wasn't wrong. However, she was mean to me. But if you really think about it, you break it down, you know what? I learned my lesson. It is what it is. So, just because you were there for him doesn't mean he owes you anything. I agree. Period. No, it's not herpes. I just got a facial. Yeah, so I've got all my little zip marks and stuff. So yeah. Do you feel the show? Oh, and then I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, I mean, this is the closure that I wanted. I really wanted that closure, but I had asked him for 5 months about it. So. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just did read the... Oh, I totally get Katie's side now. It makes complete sense. Katie was right this whole time. I don't know. I'm not a drug addict, but that's so mean to say. Jesus Christ, you guys. Give me a break. Yeah, Lauren Lala. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm sure that they'll probably obviously be reposted and all the things, but I won't look at any of this stuff. But it's kind of crazy. We live and learn. I agree.
What does she mean by they'll probably repost it and all the things, but she won't look at it. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the chat, but a lot of people in the chat are saying that, oh, it was probably Schwartz's new girlfriend that texted her, that Schwartz isn't that mean. He wouldn't say those things. I don't believe a goddamn word those people have to say, but that's their opinion and they're entitled to it. My opinion is I believe he got sick and tired of having to listen to Jo's erratic behaviors, her going on her live saying that they'll be together in 8 years, that he's gonna have her babies, all of that. And here he is with a new girlfriend. She knew that Sophia was going to be there at Schwartz and Sandy's that night that she went, and she still went. And then proceeded to pretend like she didn't know who Sophia was, and probably made herself look like an ass. Whatever. This is why he had enough. He got pushed to a point. So for people to think that Schwartz wouldn't text her, I don't believe that it was Sophia. I really don't. I also understand Sophia's younger. Not every girl is jealous. Not every girl is like that. Girls like Jo who do crazy shit like that give us girls that are good a bad rep. Yet she just wants everybody to let it go, let him go, let him date, let him be with whoever he wants to be with. But yet here she is crying 2 days later on a live.
No, it's so weird. Like, Schwartz is definitely, like, the nicest person ever, and that's why I'm, like, confused, but it is what it is. What's my hope moving forward? Thank you, Kelly. I'm not a drug addict. What's my hope moving forward? Well, day by day. It is, if anybody has, an idea of, like, how to be more free and, like, more mentally strong. Yes, I get it, you guys. This is a massive zit. It's not herpes. Everything got exposed. I went and got everything, like, ripped off my face. It might have been easier if it was, but it's not. I'm just learning from the past, and, like, I'm not predicting anything for the future, basically, because, like, I'm just trying to be more focused and more sharp, and, like, not realizing that, you know, things are going to be, I'm just trying to be more practical, you know, like, just, like, be the best I can. So
nobody was concerned what was on your face. Literally nobody asked, that I saw of at least. And I'm glad that she's taking it day by day and going to be more present with the now, because her trying to make future plans with Schwartz was unrealistic. And it did make her seem a bit off her rocker when she was saying those things literally days prior. I think that she needs to find a very good therapist and just learn to live life to the fullest without having to worry about what somebody else is doing with their life.
thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my God. But it's just, you guys, it's called, I went to the doctor and I got, oh God. I went to the doctor and I got it, I gotta stop touching it. I got it, like, laser, like, not laser, but, like, you know when you get, like, a microdermabrasion on your face, you're like, oh. No, I'm touching it. Fuck, 1 second. I gotta go put the thing on my face. Otherwise, my dermatologist is gonna kill me. It's called stress, people. Checker and cheetah. Okay, that's done. Hi, baby. I don't even know if anybody's even like literally still listening to this. Okay. Yeah. So it's like, it's just like super it's just been a stressful year. But it's been really comforting to like not be in this like attack, defend, and like apply like all of these negative emotions to like life, when you can really like take time and just make sure that you just make like, I don't know, like I want to always like be fully intentional about everything that I do. And so like if I want to say something, I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to, you know, consistently be that person like the whole time. Like I just haven't changed. And I mean, I just don't think that there should be ever a place where you have to like impair your senses to like get to, everything is always going to just like unfold around you no matter what. And it's just a matter of not reacting, but like acting. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I love that you said that you're going to leave to go potty. I love you so much. I will say, Ro, did you just put the necklace on? No, the necklace has been here the whole time. Sandoval seems super, yes, please let us know what.
Now, as you can see, Glorified Gossip Girl was trying the whole time to see what was said in the text before she got there to the live to record it. Thankfully, though, she was able to get it. So let's take a look at that part.
He wanted me to stop telling him that I owe him something, when in reality, I'm looking at the text right now. I don't even care. He said that I was manipulative and I was using disturbing language. It sounds vaguely threatening almost. Your erratic online behavior is unsettling. You have to snap out of it. This negative loop. Okay, can we break that down? 1, I'm a female. I'm very, very positive right now. I'm trying the best I can to be positive. I don't even know what erratic behavior means, but I've never, like everyone who's known me from the very beginning knows that like I've never not been, yeah, call it erratic, call it weird, call it whatever, but all of my friends and I have been friends since we were probably 6 years old. So don't call my behavior erratic. And I think that's why the trigger from Katie was like so triggering. Like it's like, what the fuck? You know?
First off, erratic behavior and someone telling you that you have crackhead energy are two different things. Now, with erratic behavior, it is something that's unpredictable or unusual responses to situations and interactions, and it could be a sign of having a mental health condition or going through a trauma. Clearly, she's going through a breakup, so that is also something that is a not so good feeling for her. I wouldn't really say a breakup, but more like a friendship breakup, because at that point it was a situationship, and I think that she was, yes, led to believe certain things, but in her mind too, she was making it out to be something it wasn't ever. And listen, like I said before, I think Schwartz got pushed to a point where it was like they had their conversation, they had worked it out, he had moved on, he was hoping that she had moved on, and he didn't expect her to go on these IG Lives, let alone Rachel's podcast, and pretty much talk so negatively about him. And she did it in a way where it's like she talked very horrible about him, but then in the same breath was like, oh, but like we'll be together in like 8 years. He's going to be like the guy that I have kids with, and like we'll end up together possibly. I don't know, maybe. Like the way she did it was just out there. It was erratic. She was demonstrating erratic behavior on all of these lives that we've just watched together. We do have a minute left, so let's just look at this last minute. Honestly, I still would love just to see a screenshot of the text message, because I feel like she maybe added some things in there to make it seem worse than it actually was. And that's sometimes what, well, people do. I've learned that just from YouTube. So until I actually see the text message, I do not believe that Schwartz was coming off in a disrespectful way to her, but more in the sense like, listen, enough is enough. It needs to stop. And you talking about my girlfriend you don't even know bothers me. Just like it bothered Jo when Katie was talking about her and didn't know her. She should be able to relate and understand. But now, of course, since, she's going through all this, she can relate to Katie now because she feels like her and Katie just went through the same thing, even though it was two way different things.
Yeah, massive gaslighter. I'm fucking done. I'm ready to talk about this, you guys. I think that there's definitely some type of influence on that, but I also think that the next part was the thing that bothered me the most is you have to snap out of this negative thought loop. It's been a long time since we've talked and you are living in the past. Please leave me alone and respect the boundaries. You are strange. Okay. Oh, it goes on and on. And then we've had a lot of fun together.
My biggest thing is that people do not know how to use the word gaslighting. And they literally think that everything is, oh my God, this person's gaslighting me. They're gaslighting me. Oh my God, what they just said is gaslighting. No. He was being real with you. He was not trying to gaslight you. He was being honest, upfront, and real. He thinks that you were being erratic, not only on the podcast, but these lives that you've been doing. And you guys haven't talked in months. And it's strange that's where I think the word strange came in. It's strange that here you are living in the past, saying that you guys are going to get back together. He's going to have your babies, which I know is the other way. She's going to have his babies. I get it. But you know what I mean? This is where I feel like she added stuff to make it seem more enticing to people and make it seem like he was gaslighting her, though that's not what was going on. He was talking to her as a friend, as someone that he thought he knew, which, let's be honest, Schwartz, you even saying, respect the boundaries, fuck off. I'll give Jo that one. When have you respected anyone's boundaries? Now you're putting boundaries in place and you want people to respect them? Listen, boundaries should be respected regardless. And if you're happy, Schwartz. I understand she's upset. She really felt like there was more, which whether that was you leading her on or her leading herself on in her mind, she felt like there was more to this relationship than it actually was. And she is demonstrating hurt. She is hurt by everything that's happened. She's upset, and clearly there are people in the chat that are encouraging her, supporting her, and she feels like she can come on to an IG Live and have people rally behind her and support her, and maybe that's what she needs at this time. Maybe she's doing it all for attention. Maybe she's doing it all just to get back at you. The reason isn't really clear at the moment. I do feel personally that she is doing this to hurt him, that she's upset that he was not ready for a relationship with her, but now he is with Sophia, and that is hurtful. I can see where she feels hurt from that. But she needs to be the woman that she is, say fuck him, fuck everything that we've gone through. We had great times, whatever. But live your life to the fullest. Put him in the past. You keep telling us that we need to get over it. Girl, you need to get over it. Don't be telling us that we need to stop talking about it when all you do is talk about it. Am I right, though? It's like, leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Go find happiness elsewhere, Jo. You are a quirky, fun, sporadic, unique individual. People enjoy your personality. And just because you have ADHD doesn't make you different. It makes you unique. It makes you special. It makes you awesome, in my opinion, because I have ADHD too. And I understand. I have so much fun getting to do these videos and lives and everything here on my channel. And you just got to find what makes you happy. I believe she could do something even more awesomer than Vanderpump Rules, to be honest. And she could have her own little show, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Kick, or any of these TikTok, any of these platforms. People will support her, love her for who she is, and want to watch her. She has a personality to her that people get intrigued by watching her. Whether it's like, what is this girl doing? Or, oh my God, this girl is so fun. It's something that catches people's eyes. I enjoy doing this reaction video for you guys. I do see where like alcohol was also put into play, and sometimes when you're drinking, especially the wino, you get a little loose off the goose kind of a thing. So I do believe that some of her behavior was erratic, like Schwartz said possibly in the text, and she needed to take that step back and think, okay, maybe this is not what I should be doing. And maybe I should just be going on my platform, being me, having fun with the fans that do enjoy me, and be myself. Let them know what I'm doing. Let them know what I'm doing to have fun and what I'm doing now in life and who I'm hanging out with. She could have been like, this is my mom, you know, me and her, we did this today, and this is what me and this is my friend Joe Schmo behind me. I can't believe I used Joe Schmo. But, you know, she could have introduced them. They could have played games like who knows each other best, or 25 questions, or truth or dare, like whatever they wanted to play. There are things that they could have done and had fun doing it, where it didn't have to revolve around Schwartz and Katie. Because literally all of these lives have one thing in common. They were all about Schwartz and Katie. And now how she can relate to Katie, and how Schwartzed her, and how he's just so doesn't get it, and he's off his chain, and he's off his rocker, and he's calling me these horrible names, and that hurts so much more. Listen, I get it. I've been through breakups. I know that if tomorrow me and my boyfriend broke up, which won't happen, that's 9 years that I wasted down the fucking drain. I get it, girl. I get it. But that's where you need to feel the women empowerment behind you and just give it your all, be the best that you can be, and prove to him that he missed out on one of the best things that ever happened. Whether I believe it is you or Katie, it doesn't matter. But seeing you do better, seeing you do well, makes those people wish that A, they were still with you, or B, that they never gave you up, or C, just makes them miserable seeing you happy. And you are still living in this positive space that you want to live in, and going on this sacrificial journey that you claim that you've been on now twice, and really find who you are as a person and find someone that loves you for you. But I want to know what you all think about all of these Instagram lives that she's done. If you have not seen the Rachel podcast with Jo, it is here on my channel. That was definitely a very interesting one, and I cannot say that I was not frustrated, because I was. So definitely check that out too. It was very, very, very interesting. But please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about all of this, and make sure to like this video before you go. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, get subscribed, because I do fun things like this all the time. I go over different podcasts, and we talk a lot about Vanderpump Rules, though I will be branching out into other Bravo atmosphere subjects. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, everyone.
What are you having?
A sloppy Joe.